everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the process of variable depth printing. And basically what we're doing is taking a picture, converting it to a grayscale, and using that grayscale to print a texture related to the picture, just like this right here. And it's a little bit difficult to see on the camera, but as you can see, there is texture that actually accompanies the picture. So let's take a look. So to begin with, let you know, I am not artistically blessed. So in order for me to make the image that I started with, first I used an app on my phone called Leonardo AI. And with that, I was able to enter kind of what I was looking for in an image to be able to use for this particular project. So using that app, I was able to generate that Mayan calendar photo that I started with. The next thing, after I had that image created, I downloaded it and uploaded it to another website that I'll show you, that then converted it to a proper depth map. I could have just converted it to a grayscale and done the conversions and done it that way, but in the past I have found it's not as good at the proper depth of an image until I found this website that actually does a lot better job of it. So let's take a look at that. So the website that I found that works really well for creating a depth map is this one here. It's called SculptOK, or SculptOK. And to get started, all you do is click on the depth map generator, and then you click on this box right here to load the picture that you created. So once you click on that, bring it in here, and it gives a couple options. You can fix the quality of the image, you can remove the background, HD restoration. These, for the demo, I'm not too worried about it. You do want to click the type of image that you uploaded as well, but for this one it's just going to be a color image. I just clicked right here, and then you just click on draw down here, and depending on how busy their server is, it may take a little bit of time to get this done, or it may be pretty quick. So the first picture that will pop up will be just a very basic image of it, and I'll click on next step, and then here is where we'll actually see the ones that we're going to be using. So it'll have various grades of quality to it. So the first one is a little bit better than this preview, and then from there the quality gets even better. So you see that we got our first one right here that loaded up, and it has a bit more detail than the preview. And then our next one down here loaded, and between these two you can see that it has quite a bit more detail as well. And then even down here you can see that this one has even more detail to it. It kind of gives a whole lot more of the detail within the face right up in here. And this really depends on you, the user, which one you want to go with. The one that I chose for that Mayan print was actually the one that had the highest detail, and that was just my personal preference. So once you choose the one you want, click on download, and you'll see right here it's going to take 18 of the credits that we have up here, and then just click confirm, and then that'll download. One cool thing about this website is they have a daily check-in that pops in right up here. If you go in and do that daily check-in every day, it actually puts 10 more credits onto your account. So if you don't generate a lot of things through this website and you do the check-in every day, you may never have to pay for the service. But if you do decide to, They have a few different plans, and they just have various levels and quantities of coins that you can, or credits that you can get for your account. Alright, so after downloading the image, the next thing that we need to do is actually invert the image. So in Photoshop, I'll go ahead and open it up here. And we need to go over to Image, Adjustments, and then down to Invert. The reason that we need to do that is the way that the buildup works is areas that are really light, white in color, such as right over here, are going to not get any buildup, but the areas that are darker is where the buildup starts to take effect. So as you can see on the fish here, anything that's in gray is going to be getting a level of buildup, and as it gets more of a dark color, that's where the buildup becomes thicker and thicker. So once we have that done, we'll go ahead and click on Save, and then that will then save that with the correct format for what we're going to be doing. Now in Flexi, what I have here are 3 layers, placeholder, buildup, and CMYK. The CMYK layer is going to be the layer that we're going to be putting our full color image on. The buildup layer is where we're going to be putting the grayscale. And then placeholder, I have this one set up. Right down here is a small rectangle. That is used as an anchor point. So when we put the images into this rectangle right here and we send it to the printer, it prints in the correct spots. So let's go ahead and start with the CMYK. We'll get that one imported. And now we need to get it sized properly for the material that we're printing on. Just like so. And now we need to get it lined up to the right spot as well. Just like so. And we'll go ahead and do the exact same thing for our buildup. So with that layer selected, go to Import. And we see here we have our inverted image. So again, resize. And then we will get this guy centered. Alright, cut it back where it needs to be. Get this guy put in there. Now we have everything set in the right spot and scaled to the right size. So what I did first was send just the placeholder layer to the printer. The rectangle is actually set as a spot white 100. So it printed a rectangle shape onto the bed of the printer. That way when I go and put the acrylic onto the bed, I know exactly where it needs to go. When we are actually printing these layers, we don't need this rectangle. So go ahead and delete it. Delete just that rectangle, and then our anchor point is still there. So first, we're going to send this over to VerteLith. First thing we want to send over is our buildup layer. So with our anchor point still there and buildup layer turned on, we want to send this over and use the variable texture buildup layer. Then we'll click send. That sent that over. Now we want to turn off buildup layer and turn on CMYK. And then same thing, we'll send it over to VerteLith. but this time we're going to send over as variable texture white plus CMYK. And we'll get that guy sent over as well. Alright, now that we are in VerteLith, we'll go to the variable texture buildup tab. And this one is the one that we're going to send over to VerteLith first. So with that one selected, just click submit for print, and then that will get that layer printed. And the one that we want to send next will be our CMYK plus white, as you see right there. And on this image, we actually need to change our white generation because we're getting white printing outside of this area. So in the white channel, we want to come down to uncolored pixels of specified density. And now you see we do not get the white over on this side, it's just on the image right here. And we'll click save. And then we'll click on submit to print. And what's going to happen is after we get the item placed in the printer that we're wanting to print on, the bed will go back. It'll do the buildup layer, but the bed's not going to come all the way to home. It's going to go back in and then print your CMYK layer on top. That way your registration is exactly precise. So with that all sent over, let's take a look at the print. So I love trying to figure out what the limits of the printer is. So one thing that I did is with this one, this was printed with just one pass of the variable buildup. I printed another one, but this time I actually went for 2 passes of the variable buildup. And as you can see, the buildup is even thicker on this one. But the print turned out really, really cool. So as you can see, printing these variable depth prints are actually not really difficult to do. You want to take the time to get your variable depth portion of it set right, and that is the key for doing these guys. If it's not set properly, the end result may not look very good. Hopefully using those AI, the website and the app will be helpful for you guys. I know it is for me. I'm not a very artistic kind of person, so creating that type of artwork is not really my thing. So for me, it's been very, very helpful. And you'll end up with something just like so. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any comments, any questions, please post those below. And I would love to see what you guys create. And as always, have a great day.